All right, Craig Room is back. No gas, no brakes. You know what I mean? That was so cringe. That sounded better in my head. That sounded a lot better in my head. But yeah, we're back. So before we start, I forgot to mention this at the ending of the last episode. For anyone who's watched so far, sorry if I didn't sound like myself at the ending of the during the ending of the SmackDown review. I was just really tired that day because we basically recorded it we basically recorded one half on Saturday, second half on Sunday, and the first half I was a little more awake, but we just didn't feel like finishing it that night because it was a lot. It's the longer show. Then the second half the next day, I was like outside working, helping my family and stuff all day, so I was just exhausted, and I was basically like, pretty tired recording. So, just want to let everyone know if I sound like kind of bored or anything. Like, I wasn't. I was just really tired. But I'm a little more awake this time, so I'm more hyped for this one because it's a shorter show and I'm just more awake. So, I'm excited for this one. This is a fun Raw episode. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, same. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, anything you want to say before we get started?
Let's do this thing.
Alright, I gotta set the first match now then. 1 second. I had to mess up. I just didn't like hit start yet. Now I am.
Huh?
I just wanted to do the intro first before I actually started it.
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright. So the first thing on the show we started with, well, first it was Roman arriving to the show, like in his little SUV in the back. Heavyweight champ Roman. But he didn't start the show really. Like his main event thing was later on, Jacob Fatu, but like it started him arriving to the arena in the back. He was walking through about to go into the ring, and then we got this epic stare down of Seth Rollins in the back, and the crowd went nuts for that because that's like Roman's like one singles match he's never had in Mania. Like I feel like for Roman Reigns singles WrestleMania matches, that's like the only one that's like the only dream one left that we haven't gotten yet. That reaction the crowd gave them, clearly the fans want to see it. I don't think they're gonna do it. But so originally, the original plans apparently were they were gonna do that match at Mania this year. Seth was gonna be heavyweight champion. He got the whole thing last year. He vacated with the injury and stuff. If he didn't vacate it, apparently he was gonna be heavyweight champion until this Mania, and he was gonna defend against Roman. That was gonna be one of the main events, one of the nights. So we were gonna get that match this year, but it got scrapped with Seth injury. It sucks. I wish we would have got it, because that would have been awesome. The injuries happen. It's all good. Maybe next year it's Saudi. They'll probably have Dwayne versus Roman or something. Maybe the year after. We could step on it. Or maybe it's just set the Roman this year at SummerSlam in the main event. Maybe just do it this year. Maybe that stare down was a tease for SummerSlam. I think maybe it could have been. Who knows? I know like Roman and Seth didn't have any interaction after this for the rest of the show, but I just wanted to talk about this because it was a pretty big deal because of how much history they have together. I just thought the stare down was a pretty big deal. So I wanted to go over it because it was pretty cool. And the reaction was awesome. The crowd went nuts for it. But that was really it. It was a quick little stare down, and Seth was looking at Roman like, you ain't kicking off the show, buddy. This is like I'm starting the show. I'm going to my ring first. And with that, Seth walked out to the ring. He had a microphone, so he was basically about to cut a promo, but didn't even get to because then Bron Breaker out of nowhere attacked him from behind. Didn't even get a chance to talk. Bron attacked him. Then there was a pretty epic brawl, but Bron was pretty much dominating it, and he speared Seth a bunch of times basically, and then Adam Pearce had to run out security, and then Bron started attacking the security guards too. He was basically uncontrollable. He couldn't be stopped. And that was it. It wasn't really much, but it was effective. It was cool. Like there's not much to talk about. So it was a pretty quick beatdown, but it was a really good beatdown. It definitely made Bron look awesome. So even though it was short and sweet, it was really good. Fun opener. Wait, do you have anything to say about it?
confrontation as intensity personified.
And do you want to say about it? Then do you want to say about the opener?
No, not really.
Okay. They made Bron look good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for their match. Like, the build-up for Seth and Bron, the build-up is pretty fun. There's a good story there. I'm actually excited for their match. I think it's been built up very well. And honestly, if this company wants to, build new stars like they always say, I would honestly have Bron win. I don't know if they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins don't need the win. Yes, I know he just lost to Gunther at Mania, and that would make him like his first 2 matches of the year both losses. But Seth Rollins is an established guy at this point. He's been here for over 10 years. He's not gonna look weak from this. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, I know people are gonna say two losses in a row. It's his only 2 matches of the year, and they're both losses. But Seth Rollins has been here for so long. It won't even make him look weak at this point. He's been here forever. Braun needs to win more. He's the newer guy. So I don't know if they're gonna do it. Like, they should honestly have Braun win. If they want Seth to win the feud, he's the babyface. He can win in the final match. They have more than one. But I think Braun should at least win this one. At least give him one of the wins. One of the matches a win. I don't care if they have Seth win the final match, but like at least have Braun win one of them. I think he should win this one. Personally. At least give him one.
Seth Rollins had planned here.
But yeah. That was pretty much it. Then we go to in the back. It's all Judgment Day in the backstage. Liv Morgan, Dominik, Finn, JD, Raquel, Roxanne, all 6 of them. And pretty much Liv was pretty much getting mad at Roxanne, being like, "Why was Finn Balor in our locker room last week, and why didn't you get him out?" And then Roxanne was like, "Sorry, he just walked in. Like, I didn't know what to do." And then Liv was like, "I didn't even know, Ty. I rewatched the show, and I saw you in the back with him." And she was like, "Roxanne, I'm gonna say this one time. No more secrets in this group." And Roxanne, basically, you could tell she was lying through her teeth. A very sarcastic smile, and she was all just like, "I'm sorry, Liv. I'll never do that again." But the way she was saying it, the smile on her face, she was lying to her face. And then when Liv walked away, Raquel just patted Roxanne on the head, which makes me think to myself, interesting. It's almost like Raquel and Roxanne are in on something, and they're gonna both turn on Liv. I think it's either gonna be that, or Liv's gonna kick Roxanne out of the group, and Roxanne's gonna go babyface and be with Finn.
Yeah.
It's either one of those things. They're either kicking Liv out, like the 2 of them, or Roxanne's getting booted, and she's gonna turn face and like be with Finn Balor. And they're gonna be a little team for a bit. Maybe Finn and Roxanne versus Liv and Dom, like a tag match. I see that happening, maybe. What do you think? I can see that being a tag match down the line. Finn and Roxanne versus Dom and Liv. And honestly, maybe down the line, they make Roxanne want to Liv challengers for her belt. Maybe this is how they're going to set it up. Possible, right? If the key's going to split, maybe down the line, Roxanne's one of the people to challenge Liv if she's still champion by then. I don't know. Alright, so this next match, a lot happens here. So, Finn Balor versus JD McDonagh. This happened a couple weeks ago, I remember, on Raw, and it was a straight up 1-1 match. Not really any interference, and then Finn just won the match. Finn won, and get the W. He beat JD. So this is like a rematch pretty much from that match. But this time, a lot more happened. It was just like the first one. It was another banger these 2 had. Just like the first one they had. This was another really good one that they had. And basically toward the end of the match, Roxanne came out, so they were kind of playing it off as like, ooh, whose side is she gonna help, Finn or JD? And then after she came out, actually, Dominik, Liv, and Raquel all came out, so all doesn't they was out here. And they pretty much kept distracting. They kept distracting Finn over and over again in all these different kinds of ways. And then finally, the one that actually costed them toward the end, Liv Morgan got a hammer, and she threw it to Roxanne, and then Liv was distracting the ref, like while Roxanne had the hammer, and then while Liv was distracting the ref, Roxanne hit Finn in the back with the hammer, and because of that, JD got the W. He pinned Finn, because Finn was like all busy from the hammer. So basically, Finn and JD are now 1-on-1 now and win. They both beat each other once. They're 1-on-1 tied. So my guess, they're gonna have one more third and final match, and Finn's gonna win the feud at that one. That's what I think he's going. But fun rematch. Definitely interested in the Roxanne story. I'm very curious what side he's gonna end up being on.
No harm in seeing if you can finish
It's interesting. I'm into it. Don't know who's next to Liv because apparently the Stephanie Vaquer beatdown last week was because apparently Stephanie Vaquer is legit injured and she's taking time off. So that's why she wasn't on the show tonight because she's legit hurt. She wasn't on the show at all. So I don't know who's next to Liv because I think originally the plan, I think they were gonna have a rematch of the belt at Backlash this weekend, but now they're not doing it. Stephanie hurt. So I don't know who Liv's defending against next. I can see Roxanne being a challenger down the line if she gets kicked out, but I don't think it's happening yet because it seems like they're slow burning it. I don't think they're just gonna kick her out like that. Especially, I don't think they're gonna kick her out right after they just kicked out Finn. Like they're not gonna kick out two Judgment Day members that soon. I don't think they just did it with Finn. I don't think they're gonna do it this quickly right after that with Roxanne. I think they're gonna slow burn it, and so it'll be very satisfying when it does happen. But yeah, that was it. Any thoughts?
Dark horse. Liv's best friend, my turn.
Yeah, I you did say that before we're on the air, and I can see that. That could be a good little plot twist. I like that idea, actually. Raquel could be the one. It's not even Liv that does it. It could be Raquel. Yeah, I can see that. Raquel Rodriguez. I can't do it. Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah.
Oh, the basement drop kick.
Then pretty much after that, they had the Division in the backstage segment. It was pretty much all besides Bronson Reed, he's still hurt. The rest, everyone that's still here in the Division right now, cleared. It was all of them. Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, and Paul Heyman. And pretty much Braun was just 50, being like, ha ha ha, I kick out Seth. Ha ha, he's just bragging now. And then Logan Paul was all mad because Joe Henry called him out in the concert last week. So Logan Paul was like, you know, I hate this Joe Henry guy now, and Austin Theory is like, don't worry, bro, I got this. I'm gonna take him on tonight. So they set up Joe Henry versus Austin Theory for a single match later. But we'll get to that. So next, Intercontinental Champion Penta and JeVon Evans fought Rusev and Page in a tag match. This has been they've been building this up pretty nicely because it started off like. Well, Page made his debut on Raw. He's on that him and Rusev beat down JeVon, Penta saved them, and then last week Penta beat Rusev in a non-title match. So I don't think Rusev's getting a title shot anytime soon because he just lost to Penta. So I have a feeling Page was next in line. So I actually predicted that how this match was going to end perfectly because I have a feeling after he pinned Rusev, it's like Page is probably going to be the next challenger for Penta for the belt. So, and I literally said, like, I have a feeling this is going to end up Page pinning Penta to get a title shot to pin the champion, and that's exactly what happened. It was a fun match, pretty banger tag match, but yeah, exactly what I said pretty much happened. Toward the end, JeVon Evans went through a table. Well, he put Rusev through a table. Basically, he got Rusev out. Him and Rusev were like brawling on the outside, and while that was going on, Page and Penta were both tagged, and they were both in the ring. And pretty much Page, because of Rusev's distraction, Page pinned Penta, so he just pinned the Intercontinental Champion. So I'm assuming he's next in the line for a title shot. So I think it was actually Penta's first loss in a while too. They've actually been like he's been on a winning streak. Like since he won the belt, I think he's been on like a pretty good winning streak. So they've actually protected him this year so far. Any thoughts on the match? I thought it was pretty good.
No, it was pretty good.
It was a fun thing. All four guys were good. Yeah. And it was basically two. Actually, I was gonna say two veterans and two newer guys. Actually, it was one veteran and three newer guys. And Rusev was a veteran. Page, JeVon, and Penta were all new guys.
Yeah.
So like a lot of new people. Also, I found it funny that three out of the four people in this match, three of them are all from AEW. Well, yeah. one went there and came back, in Rusev's case. But Penta and Page both from AEW. The only WWE original in this match was JeVon Evans. It's crazy. Yeah. But, like, it just shows how much AEW stars have come back over the years. It's crazy. Alright, so the next thing. This was Ruca's official Raw sign. Like 2 weeks ago, she did fight Liv Morgan in a non-title match. It was really good. She lost it with a good defeat. Yeah. And it was kind of just like a one-off, I guess. Like just to show her off. Like, hey, this is a new NXT star we have high hopes for. But this was like her. This is like her official call-up because she was in the ring of Adam Pearce to sign an official Raw contract. So now she's like officially gone from NXT. She finished the feud with Zarya last week. She's no longer on that show. She's officially a Raw star now. and yeah, she's here. So basically, she came out. I actually wrote some stuff down. Hang on, I wrote down some stuff she said. Well, first we actually got a really cool video of her. It was like all of her NXT highlights pretty much. She didn't get to say much because Becky interrupted. So basically, also got to say was she said it's gotta feel damn good it's gonna feel damn good when she finally signs his contract, and then she didn't get the finish. Then Becky Lynch comes out, the Intercontinental champ for the women, and she just keeps complaining that she's gonna look for Pearce all day, and it's her time for her celebration of greatness. And then she says she was complaining about him booking her in a match last week, the IYO match, the open challenge for her title. She was complaining about that, and then pretty much Ruca was like, "Are you done?" And then she said, "Not everything's about you, Becky." And Becky basically has a mental breakdown. It's like, the sooner Ruca learns that actually everything is, she goes, the sooner you learn everything is about me, then the better you'll be, says Becky. And then so Ruca says this isn't about her, and she knows how great Becky is, and she knows all her accomplishments and like all the records she's made. But pretty much she's saying that like Becky doesn't need to be stubborn about it. And Becky says Becky puts herself over a bunch of positive objectives. Then Soul pretty much says, "No, you're just rude. You're a rude, big-headed biatch," she says. And it's not just her saying it. Sports Illustrated says like she's using Becky's line against her. And then basically Becky gets all mad, gets in Soul's face, and Soul basically punches her. Now she does the coolest looking finisher in wrestling right now to me, the Soul Snatcher. But she botches it first. I said to you before, off the air. Can't wait to hear these complaints online that, her Raw debut and she botched her finisher. It happens. Botches happen. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. She'll be fine. Basically, like, for those who don't know, who don't watch her in NXT, her finisher, the Soul Snatcher, basically, she basically kind of does like something that Tiffany Stratton does, where like she like jumps up each rope. It kind of does something similar to that, and basically she jumps up each rope one by one, and then gets to the top, and it's basically kind of like a moonsault type like slash backflip in the air. It's hard to explain, but basically when she was jumping up the ropes on like the first rope, her foot slipped, so she fell off the rope and had to re-jump back up again. That was the box basically. But then when she jumped up again, she got it. She still hit the finisher on Becky, and she still did get it. Just the first attempt she missed basically. She failed it. It is what it is. These things happen. She looked really good in there, and she laid Becky out. So I'm assuming this means she's gonna be challenging Becky for the Intercontinental title, which this could be a fun feud. I'm actually into this. I'm glad they didn't just keep doing the Becky Lynch Open Challenge thing, because they're already doing Open Challenge now, Oba Femi every week. We don't need two different Open Challenges every week. Like, Becky's gonna beat the whole roster at that point. The one last week of the IYO was fine. It was a one-off, like a one-time Open Challenge. I'm glad she's actually got an actual storyline with Ruca for the title. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. I actually think this will be a fun story. What do you anything you want to say about it?
Becky connects.
Anything you want to say about it?
No.
The knife edge chop and now continuing the attack on the knee.
Yeah, but this is pretty fun.
An effective attack to the leg can hurt.
Then we go to the backstage. The Usos are in the back, and her parents is warning Jacob, being like, "This is family business, Usos. Plain and simple. You're gonna learn at Backlash what the OTC is made of, and you're gonna regret it." Parents were all over it was. And then they did a bunch of eating with the fans. That was really it. Down next match. So what do you want to say?
She's on jelly legs, but
now that's scared of Fatu.
Perhaps.
She's looking to apply the pressure with this submission maneuver.
Perhaps.
They're just scared because this man can take on any team by himself.
Yeah, we know. It's possible.
These two are just dog bones.
Alright, here we go. So, my friend over here doesn't really like Joe Henry. So, he doesn't really care about this one. I mean, it's like...
That's not a talent. That's not a skill. That's a
I'm like 50-50.
Joe Henry's song is a lot more... Joe Henry's song is a lot better than the Morgan...
I don't know about that. Joe Henry, I'm like 50-50.
Yeah, I think... To me, he's more like a guy who used to be here, who sings it with guitar. Jeez, I wonder who that is.
So you remind you of Elias? I mean, yeah, they had someone gimmick.
Yeah.
He's still doing that gimmick now. He's Elijah now in TNA. He's still the same guy. The only difference is his name. He's still the exact same gimmick now.
Pretty much, they pretty much did is fire Owen and went on Timu and bought another one. But a lot cheaper.
I'm only 50-50 on him at the moment because he was used a lot better in TNA and NXT. On Raw so far, he's been okay, but he's kind of just been there for me. He hasn't just done much yet. He's doing a division, which it makes no sense because they're the tag team champions, and he's not, and like the Street Profits are targeting them, not him. Like they want the tag titles. Why is he involved? Doesn't make any sense to me. You're a single star shooting at the tag team champions, and you don't even have a tag partner to do it with. How does this make any sense? It should just be them and the Street Profits. Joe Henry should not be involved in it. The Street Profits are the ones counting for the tag titles. They're an actual tag team. Joe's a single star. He don't need this.
I think you really felt that one.
Honestly, he should answer Oba Femi's Open challenge. That could be a fun match. Yes, he'd probably lose because they're building Oba up to be going on a winning streak. But still, it'd be fun. Anyway, so Joe Henry was just singing a song about firing Logan Paul again, and then Division came out, and Logan was again being mad, saying he's the heart and soul of this company. You can't fire him. And then Joe says he knows Paul's upset, but he's glad he's here because the next part of the song is an apology. And then Logan doesn't even care, he just says he wrestles in the ring. And then we get Logan Paul, not Logan Paul, sorry, Austin Theory versus Joe Henry. It's Logan Paul at ringside. Throughout the match, it was Logan sucks chance, and then it was fun for what it was, but it was very quick. The match didn't really go that long because pretty quick into the match, Logan Paul couldn't take it anymore. He attacked Joe Henry and beat him up, so Joe Henry won by DQ. He won the match by DQ because Logan Paul attacked him. And Division started beating him down. Then Bron Breakker even comes out and helps Logan and Austin Theory beat him up. And then the Street Profits come out for the save. They come running out. They attack. They pretty much attack Bron. No, they attack Logan and Austin out of the ring. Bron's just kind of in the ring still. Now where Seth comes out, and he attacks Bron Breakker and shoves him hard into the steel steps. So basically, like they're kind of combining the two feuds into one, into like the one Raw, like Logan in theory with the Street Profits, and then Seth and Bron, like since division, like, all division feuds pretty much. Like they're kind of just combining the two feuds into one World Raw. It's pretty fun. But then right when Seth's starting to get the upper hand in the brawl, bam! Out of nowhere, Bron hits him with a spear, and then he's just whispering. You hear off mic, not whispering, he's yelling. I meant to say. You can hear off mic. Bron's just yelling in his ear like, "You almost got me. You got close, but you failed." It was kind of funny. He was like, he was yelling, "You almost got me. You almost did." That was all of it. I didn't even want to say that.
No, really.
It was a pretty fun brawl. Then we go to the Judgement Day in the back, and Liv Morgan pretty much saying, Judgement Day's getting all the gold and crushing everyone that's in their way. And then Roxanne and Raquel talk, and they call out Paige and Brie Bella for the women's tag team titles, and they basically say, call out Paige and Brie and say, "Hey, you know you guys are on SmackDown, but come to our show, come to Raw, and with those tag titles and look at your asses kicked." That's what they say. Basically, they're saying, "I want to take a title match on Raw against them." Then Billy and Lyra roll up, and they start talking some trash, and Liv starts talking trash back, because Billy and Lyra Valkyria are also still going to tag titles, so yeah. I can see maybe they do like Billy and Lyra versus Roxanne and Raquel, like a normal contender tag match maybe. I can see something like that happening. I'm assuming Roxanne and Raquel are going to get the next title shot because they're heels, Brie and Paige are baby faces, so I'm assuming they're next in line. It's probably going to be them. But yeah. It was alright. It was fun. It was fine. So next up is the first Oba Femi Open Challenge. Like I don't really count the match with Grayson Waller last week as the first one because he didn't announce the Open Challenge thing until after the match last week. So this is like the official first match in the Open Challenge. Match number 1. Basically, Oba comes out, and he pretty much has a mic. He cuts a pretty short promo, pretty quick. It was pretty much just him saying, like, alright, the Oba challenge begins here. Who wants to come out and face Zerula? Also, I've been saying it every week. I'm going to say it again because it's just too cool. Oba's entrance is the coolest entrance in the company right now. I don't care what anyone says. No one will change my mind. Oba has my favorite entrance in the company. Not favorite theme song. He's got my favorite entrance right now in the company. It's so cool. The green lights, the smoke machine, everything. I just love the way he comes out. It just looks so epic. And even though, like, I wish they had better creative for him than just an open challenger a week, it will be cool seeing it. I'll admit, it will be cool seeing that entrance every single Monday. That's going to be fun. I can't wait to see it every week. Yes, he was coming out, and Alpha Academy came out. It was Otis, Maxine, Akira Tozawa, all three of them. But at first, it seemed like Akira Tozawa was entering it, and my first thought, I literally said out loud, my first thought was, great, this is the best they got for Oba after retiring Brock Lesnar. They're going to have him beat jobbers every week, who are barely on TV. Akira Tozawa has been catering for a year, and now he wants to challenge this guy. Are you serious? So at first I was a little annoyed. Then Otis stepped up. I was like, all right, still kind of a jobber at this point, but better than Tozawa because at least it's two big men. It'll be more of a fun match. So I still didn't really care for this because I just kind of, I don't know. The open challenges, honestly, they're stale to me. I'm getting bored of them because the U.S. title like had all these. I know Triple H stopped doing it, but like the last 3 U.S. champions we had were all doing open challenges. It was Sammy, Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes. So for three reigns straight, we have an open challenges. I'm just tired of them now. But yeah, for 3 reigns straight, 3 champions straight. We need a break from them. It's getting annoying. You're gonna beat the whole roster. There's gonna be no one left. And the problem with the U.S. title one was they were doing the same opponents all the time. It was like Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Carmelo Hayes, Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Nathan Fraser, Mercy Machine Guns, Aleister Black. It's the same people every week. It was like a pattern. There was no one new because the roster's not big enough for open challenges right now. Well, this roster's not big enough for open challenges in 2026. Let's wait till we have a bigger roster first. But anyway, so even though Otis has also been catering forever now, and I don't even know last time he wrestled. At least it was more fun than Tozawa because Otis is big like Oba, so it was gonna be fun. My only critique of this match was I think it went a little too quick. I could these guys were having a pretty fun match. That's what it was. I wish it would have went a little longer because it was Elton doing it. Yeah, I was kind of sad that ended so quick. But they give over the win, obviously. Like they're building this guy up. He's not gonna lose a match for a long time. They're building this guy up like the next big thing. Literally like Brock Lesnar's nickname. He's literally gonna be the next big thing. Brock literally passed the torch to him. He's literally gonna be the next big thing. They even called him now on commentary when he beat Brock. Basically, Brock pretty much passed the torch to Oba as the next Brock. Oba's like the next guy now. So I get why they're doing the open challenge thing of Oba. I understand why they're doing it because at the WrestleMania post-show thing, he did call out Roman for like a future title shot down the line. So I think what they're doing is they're building Oba up on an undefeated winning streak to challenge Roman. That's why I think they're doing this. He's gonna remain undefeated for a long time. They're building him up. They're racking him with wins. They're giving him a winning streak so he earns the title shot against Roman. This is how he's gonna earn it. He's gonna be on a winning streak for months. That's what I think they're doing with him. That's why they're doing this. I just wish they had more creative and better storylines for him. That's all. It is what it is. So what do you think of this? Anything?
No, not really. Like you said, it was a short match.
Yeah, it was. Then we get in the back. Seth Rollins bumps into the Street Profits and Joe Henry in the back, and then Seth basically he sarcastically thanks them for letting that second spear through. And Monsters Ford tells him nobody trusts him because he ran the division for so long. Basically, he was saying you were one of the bad guys with them for months when you were the leader of them. No one trusts you around here. And Seth says he doesn't trust them either. He doesn't know Joe Henry, but their fight is shared because they have the same opponents. But he says he'll stay out. If they stay out his way, he'll stay out of theirs. Pretty much he says.
Yeah.
And basically well, actually, you said this before. Actually, you were saying you think this could be. Actually, either you or your brother, I forgot who said it, but one of you said maybe Bronson Reed's returning from injury. I could see that because I guess he's being an 8-man tag of like all four division. Braun, Bronson, Austin, and Logan, all 4 of them versus Seth, Joe, Henry, and the Street Profits. I can see that being a big 8-man tag. That could be pretty fun. I can see it. Could be very. That could be a banger match, honestly. A lot of talented people in there. But then we go to it's a quick shot at Adam Pearce going over the contract of Roman because the main event is Roman and Jacobs contract signing for the Backlash title match. Then this next thing, I'm not even gonna step a match for this one because it was so quick, and most of it was in Japanese. We get a little sit-down interview between Asuka and IYO. I didn't write down every subtitle because it was a lot. I was gonna admit it. I actually just googled this now, what they said. I literally just googled like raw results, and I just found an article of like what they said in English. So I'm just gonna read it off because I didn't write all the subtitles down. So in Japanese, IYO basically tells Asuka that she's avoided this fight for years because Asuka was her mentor. She looked up to her, she loved her, and despite everything, she still has ultimate respect for her. She never wanted to come to this, but Asuka has changed. And Asuka says nothing's changed, but IYO says the Asuka she looked up to is gone, and now she has to fight her. And Asuka starts complaining that she continues her disrespect, and the IYO she taught isn't sitting here. She says this IYO is her biggest disappointment, and she's done with IYO, and at Backlash she's gonna cut her out of her life for good. Then IYO says that she's ready for Asuka, and they have a little stare down, and out of nowhere, Asuka spits the poison mist in IYO's face, and Pearce like, someone get a doctor, and trying to help the mist out. Asuka overuses the poison mist. I'm getting tired of it. But I feel like something's missing in this match. I feel like someone here is missing.
Yeah.
I wonder who's. I feel like there's a third person in the storyline. I wonder who it is. I didn't hear the We Want Kyrie chance this time. I guess people are already over it. Oh well, again, this was also pre-taped, so like there was no crowd noise in the video. That could also be why. We could very well still get the chance at Backlash in the actual match, because this was like a pre-taped thing, so there was no crowd noise. It was like a pre-taped video backstage promo. It wasn't like a live thing in the ring or anything. And that was that. So, alright. So, before I start going over this, people are wondering if you're watching this, like, what, if you're seeing who I put into the match, basically, I know, like, the Brutus Creed and Julius Creed debuted their Americana, like, new gimmicks tonight on Raw, but I tried to look into community creations to see if someone uploaded the 2 characters. Neither of them are available yet, so in the meantime, for now, I'm using the original Brutus and Julius Creed. I'm using their original gimmicks for now until they get added. And maybe next week if they're wrestling again, I'll try to find. Hopefully by then someone's created them, I can download them. But for now, just for this one episode, I gotta use the original versions because no one's created them yet. Same thing if Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate on the other team. I couldn't find their characters either. So they're also their original characters. But the two main Americanos are here, the Ludwig Kaiser, Chad Gable, like, they're both here. I have both of them. So. But before I get to the match, there was a backstage thing quick. Michael Cole was pretty much explaining. He was actually advertising the AAA. So this is just the extra bill for the Americana versus Americana match versus match that's happening at the next AAA pay-per-view later this month. And Michael Cole actually announced the date for it. I forgot the name of it. What was it? The name of the show. I thought I wrote it down when my brother said it, but I guess I didn't. It's something else. Hang on. I should Google it first because I don't want to get the name wrong. If people are actually wondering like, when the show is, I want to actually Google it. In case people actually are interested in this. It's okay. Here it is. The show's so. Whoever's watching this, who their main language is Spanish and not English, I apologize if I pronounce this wrong. AAA Noche de los Grandes. That's the name of the show. It's gonna be on May 30th, Saturday at 10 p.m. in Mexico. And I think they're gonna be I'm assuming like usual they're gonna be streaming on WWE's YouTube channel, like they've been doing for the AAA, like the weekly shows and the pay-per-views they've been doing on there. So I'm assuming it'll be the same thing here. I actually might watch this show. We're not gonna be reviewing AAA just yet because like I don't watch it enough every week. But I'm just gonna watch the show for fun, honestly, because it seems like a fun match, and they've been building it very well. And since all six of since both Americanos are on Raw and like, on the Raw roster, that gets the appearance of giving an extra build on the Raw. That's kind of what this match is for, basically. There's pretty much some extra build for the match, along with the AAA build. And then they showed footage of this past AAA last Saturday on like the weekly TV show. They had an Americano contract signing. So that was some build for the match on AAA, and then having a little more build for tonight on Raw in this match. So basically, the original Americano, Chad Gable, with his new team, Los Hermanos Americanos, the three brothers. They're interviewed in the back, and Chad Gable Americano says there's a no contact rule, you know, for this match, but the Americanos can't touch each other. But that only applies in Mexico. So tonight all bets are off. Those were his words. He said that rule for their contract signing, they basically in the contract signing, I guess they can't touch each other until the actual match. They can't lay hands on each other. But he said that rule only applies in Mexico. So here in America tonight, that all bets are off in this match. And he says, he pretty much says, he says he has a lot of respect for his close personal friend Chad Gable, who's still out hurt. But they're basically still playing the joke of like, this is not Chad Gable, this is a whole different character. You know, it's Chad literally said, I hope my friend Chad gets well soon. It's literally him under the map. You can hear his voice. It's literally him talking. It's really funny. he's already back and cleared. This is him. He's clear. This is him wrestling under the map. So now here's the match. So like I said, Bruce Creed now Bruto Credo, and Julius Creed now Julio Credo. Them and the original Americanos, Chad Gable, were playing the heel Americanos, the six-man tag trios match. And it was pretty fun. And Chad Gable's team got the win, which makes sense because the last time they actually had an Americano versus Americano 1-on-1 match already on Raw a week ago, I remember, and Lovely Kaiser actually won the match. So this time Chad Gable's team won the match. Now they're 1-on-1, tied for the final match, presumably the final match of Triple H. And now it's pretty much the Chad Gable team won. Anything you want to say about it? Any thoughts for you about the match? Hello?
Okay.
Any thoughts about the match for you?
No.
Then we get an announcement. A big announcement that apparently at Backlash, just like WrestleMania, John Cena is going to be there. They announced that John Cena will be at Backlash with some history-making news. That's what Michael Cole said. Whatever that means. I don't know what... I hope it's not bad news. I hope it's not more, hey, here's another service that we get to pay for. But, you know, they're greedy, TKO. So I hope it's not something bad. So we got that announcement. We'll be on the show. It's a big announcement. And then we also got the whole match card pretty much previewed. So I'll go over it quick so I could preview it for anyone who's interested. Here's the full match card back. As of right now, we could get some more matches added on Friday for SmackDown, but for now, as of this Raw episode, this is the match card. We got Seth Rollins versus Bron Breakker, the United States Championship rematch for Mania. First defense against Sammy, according to Kenny's name. We got Danhausen, a mystery partner, versus Miz and Kit Wilson in a tag match. We got IYO versus Asuka, and I'm assuming the main event of the show, World Heavyweight Championship match, Roman defends against Jacob Fatu. I'm assuming that's the main event because the other world title, Cody Rhodes, he's not on the show, so I'm assuming Roman's the main event of the show. So pretty fun card, honestly. I'm actually pretty excited for this show. That is 5 matches, plus the John Cena announcement. Wow, 5 matches. So far, I played Triple H, but so far the smaller pay-per-views, he's only had like 4 matches. He's had 5 on this one. Plus a John Cena announcement, so it's really 6 full segments. So I'm pretty excited for the show. This match card looks pretty fun, actually. It's pretty solid matches on here. I'm actually pretty excited for this show. For a small pay-per-view, it looks like a pretty fun show on paper. These matches we got.
Goes into the corner.
And that was it. Now it's main event time. It's the Roman Reigns Jacob Fatu contract sign for their match at Backlash. Ad appears in the ring. Roman comes out. Jake comes out. They make their entrances. And Roman says, we all know how this works. Omaha, acknowledge me. And, yeah. And then he says, that's not just love, that's from the fans. It's a sign of respect from the fans. And you don't think she knows where he comes from. He says, Jacob, you don't think I know where you come from? The respect wasn't just earned from hanging out here. Jacob was grinding for 12 years, but Roman's been here for more than 12 years. He was one of his foot holding the door open for Solo. Therefore, he brought Jacob in too. So he better get some respect, and then OTC chant started.
Into the turnbuckle yet again.
Yeah.
Then he says, there has to be some kind of code or honor system for the family that they can hang their hats on. Jacob Fatu disrespects him something like the tongue and death grip, which is apparently the name of the choke he gave him. Apparently it's like an old move that Samoan used to do in the past, I guess. It's the tongue and death grip is the name of the choke. Apparently it's actually, I actually found out. Apparently it's actually like a more dangerous move than I thought. This choke apparently can paralyze people. So it's kind of deadly actually. It's like an old 80s, 90s Samoan move, and it can actually paralyze you. So Jacob better be careful, out of character for real. You better be careful the way he uses it on Roman. You don't want to paralyze the man. He's still your family.
Nah, paralyze him. Make him lose his career.
Wow. So Roman says, you don't use that move. You don't do that to your family. You don't do that to your tribal chief. And then Jacob says, that's what Roman don't understand. He's that desperate. Him against the world. His back's against the wall, and he has no other choice but to take Roman out and take that title. And to keep it 100, he's gonna put a chokehold on this game and squeeze out every dollar and cent just the way the company's been doing it for their family for decades. So when he says no gas, no brakes, it means no slowing down, no going back to where he came from. So yeah, he's desperate enough to do anything for his household, even if he has to run through his own blood. And Roman says, household, and he first starts the contract, and he says, household. Jacob's talking about his household, and Roman's been grinding for multiple households. Jacob's worried about 7 kids. He's got 170 to provide for. I'm assuming that means the whole family. If they have over 100 members in their family, that's crazy. And then Roman says, last time you fought Brock, you told Brock Lesnar this a long time ago. This is all his. This is his ring. And yeah, in their family, they're equals with the same blood. But in this ring, Jacob's beneath him. That pretty much made Jacob snap. Jacob basically put the death grip in Roman again, but this time Roman didn't just fall to the ground and get choked out. He actually was fighting back. It was a really fun back and forth brawl actually. Roman throws off his chair from the contract table in the ring. He just throws a chair at Jacob's face. That was crazy. And then pretty much it's a big back and forth brawl. It's like Roman uses the chair, Jacob uses the tongue and death grip. It's a big back and forth. And then Jacob dodges a Superman punch from Roman. And after he dodges it, he chokeslams Roman through the table. And then so Roman goes to the contract table, and then Jacob just signs the contract and drops it on Roman's face. And then Fatu chants are coming down from the crowd. And then it just ends up Jacob staying tall for Roman over the table, and then the show went off the air. What a banger, fun way to end the show. What do you think about it?
Yeah.
That was fun. Fun ending.
Yeah.
What a banger way to end it.
Setting up for something here.
So that was it for the show. I do got one news thing though so our last episode of SmackDown, there was something about Roman I wanted to cover, but I wanted to wait till tonight. It made more sense being that it's Roman Reigns news and Roman's on Raw. I was like, it makes more sense if we just do it tonight. So the news is, apparently, anyone who hasn't seen it, at the WrestleMania post-show thing, Roman said he's not during his reign he's not part-time. He's gonna be full-time the whole summer in this title reign. Then there's news that came out that apparently he suddenly got removed from every Raw in June, from the advertising, like on the website, get 5 tickets now for Raw, and it shows Roman's face on the advertising for the episodes. They basically removed Roman from the picture, so he's not advertised for any Raw in June next month. Not this month. This month's May. He's gonna be here all this month, but next month in June he's not gonna be on any of those Raws. And people were thinking, is he leaving the WWE? Is it just like a New Day? Did TKO mess up his contract and now he wants to leave? And then other people were saying, oh, well, that didn't last very long. He's back to part-time again. So, but then now there's other stories saying it's not that. That was just the fans speculating, but now there's actual news of what it actually is, and it doesn't seem like it's that at all. He's just gonna be. Yeah. It seems like he's just gonna be part-time only for that month. And the reason why is because 2 reasons. One, the entire month of June, they're not going to be in America. They're actually going on an international tour. They're going to be in England and London. Like, so for the whole month of June, they're going to England. They're going to be in London. They're not even going to be in America, in the United States. So, and because of his leukemia, Roman's like leukemia cancer, he cannot. I don't think he could travel that far anymore, like he used to be able to, because it's like it really affects his body and his health. So he might just be taking those weeks off just to recover and not get more affected by the disease. Another reason is apparently Roman doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, and that month is a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. It's Night of Champions. The next month is Night of Champions, the pay-per-view, and it's in Saudi Arabia. And apparently, which is crazy because Roman's been like I think he's been on every Saudi match card so far that the company's done. This might be the first one he's not on. Even the top stars don't want to go there anymore. This is the first. I think it's the first one he's not going to. So that's another reason why. I guess the company's kind of looking at it as like, well, if he's not going to be defending the title at that show, like there's no point in building a feud with him for his title that month. He's not going to be on that show, so they pretty much took him off that month altogether. He's not going to be at that show. So they'll probably have Cody Rhodes main event like title defense on that show. Roman's not going to be on it. The other world champion defense in the main event. So that's apparently the reason. Like Roman's just not a part of that show, and he's not going to be defending on that show. So it's like there's no point in building a feud that month with him if he's not going to be a part of it. So he's not going to be part-time for long. It's just for that month for like 3 episodes of Raw. It's going to be like 3 weeks. Then he's going to be back again. So yes, it's a little annoying because we just got him back full-time, but it's only a couple weeks. It's not the end of the world. His health's more important, so I understand why they're doing it. So that's really the big news thing I had. That's really all I got. So anything you want to say before I end it?
Probably on the pay-per-view, we all know who's gonna win. We know.
I think it's gonna be Roman. I'm sorry to break it to you.
No, I think it's a Samoan werewolf. Taking down Tribal Chief.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible because they've been building up they've been building him up super well. I could definitely see it. I'm not gonna say it's impossible.
Yeah, because he needs to take him down a peg or two because the arrogance is already rising high.
He's the Tribal Chief. He's going back to his old ways a little bit. He's so used to being that guy now. He's used to, he can't go back to the big dog.
Yeah, honestly, the big dog era might be over.
Yeah, he's still a Tribal Chief.
It's a new era of the Samoan werewolf begins.
I can always see it. I only think Roman's gonna retain because like if he's still gonna be here all this month, like I don't know why he lose the belt. He's gonna be here the rest of this month still.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's possible though. I also don't see him doing that because like Roman his last reign was like 4 years long, and then his next reign is gonna lose it that fast in like a month in his first defense. I just don't see him doing that.
Yeah.
But you never know. It's possible they've been building up Jacob extremely well, like a big star. So I can definitely see it still. I've noticed they haven't made him look weak at all in this feud. I've noticed something actually in this feud. Jacob is not like Roman's not stood tall over Jacob once this entire feud so far. Like Jacob wasn't laid out on the floor one time in this feud. You notice that?
Yeah.
I realize that now. This entire build, Jacob Fatu was not on the floor laying, like looking at the lights, not one time. They made this guy look super strong. He's not like weak once. Every single episode, he stood tall. So they're really building this guy up good. So it's gonna be a banger match. I'm excited. Like if they're making Jacob look this good and that awesome brawl of Roman at the end, it's gonna be a banger. I can't wait for that match. Very excited. It's probably the one I'm looking forward to most on the card. Like the one I'm looking forward to the second most is probably Seth and Bron, but Roman and Jacob's number 1. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the show. Like I said, for a small pay-per-view, pretty fun looking card, very entertaining looking card. Like these matches look really fun on paper. I'm very excited. I can't wait to watch this. And also, I'll let you guys know now. Um, we're both gonna be here this weekend to review Backlash, and may have a special guest on as well for our first special guest of the show since we started 2 weeks ago. Our first special guest.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be my brother, one of my brothers. That's the only hint I'll give you guys. You guys have heard him before on my gaming live streams. So,
Yeah.
so if you guys have heard them in the streams, you know I have you've heard my two brothers in the streams before. So, which one is it? I'll let you guys. I'll leave that as a secret. I'll surprise you guys of who it is. But it's one of them. That's all I'll say. So get excited. We're gonna have our first guest. It'll be all three of us this weekend for back. Well, also this. Well, that's not the next episode. I'll go with the full week schedule quick before I end it. So I'll be back tomorrow night for my solo NXT review. Then this Friday, the two of us will be back for SmackDown. Then this weekend, me, him, and our special guest will be doing the Backlash review. It'll be a bonus episode. Basically, it's a pay-per-view week, so there'll be a bonus episode for you guys, which is the Backlash review. So, yeah, that's the whole week schedule pretty much. That's pretty much it. So, anything else? You're ready to end it?
Yeah, I'm ready to end it.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and until the next time, acknowledge us.